This is absolutely fantastic. Looking at Balmoral Estate. Absolutely beautiful. And the sun's out. It's fantastic.
Wow. This place is absolutely stunning. When I told people I was coming through this way, nobody ever mentioned anything to do with the amount of pools, waterfalls, the views. This is unbelievable. I don't even know what to say. This place actually feels like a different world. Good morning. Well, didn't really do much filming this morning or early hours. It was a bit damp, miserable, thick mist. So I've just sorted breakfast, packed up my stuff, and along with quite a few other TGO guys, we have sort of just went our separate ways and following our routes now. So unfortunately, the way this challenge works is regarding safety, and well, it's not unfortunately, it is safety, that my main route that I was planning on doing is kind of covered in thick mist. So taking the sensible head, we have a backup plan, which is an FWA, which is a Fowel Weather Alternative. So instead of going up and over the mountains, we go round them. So I'm not saying it's much of a longer distance, it's just a bit of a different route. So I've got it all mapped out anyway, and we're still going to the same place. It's just to avoid the low-lying cloud, because that's where you can end up getting lost pretty easily. Anyway, that's what it is. We're heading away. Had a great shower yesterday. A bit of a better sleep, I should say, as well. But yeah, it's just good to get away, back out. And heading for this Bothy. I think it's called the Queen's Bothy. Rather posh. So we'll head away and we'll see what we can see. But this is day 11. Day 11. Oh, cool. See you in a bit. can see through the trees there it's still thick mist on the tops of the lower hills here. So I can honestly say I think I've made the right choice for safety and using this FWA route as an alternative. And it has its magical side because this wood is absolutely beautiful. Caledonian pine forest, as it said on the fence there, and it's got capercaillie around this area, which will probably be pretty hard to see, I would think. Quite elusive things. And a beautiful woodland. What a lovely walk. So there's not always a downside to having an alternative route. Very scenic. So apologies there. I just had to stop and change the battery. But yeah, I was saying this is an absolutely beautiful woodland, and hopefully we can see some red squirrels. And really, hopefully, love to see capercaillie. But that's a big ask, probably. Anyway, it's getting a wee bit clammy, so I've just taken the jacket off and we're back on the go. So I'm just going to enjoy this woodland as I continue my journey. So if you ever see any of these in the woodlands up here, this is an ant's nest. Just been coming round the track, came through the forestry and came across this little shelter, which is really handy if you're caught out in the bad weather, and thought I'd have a wee bit of lunch and a bite to eat, rest the feet, looking at Balmoral Estate. Absolutely beautiful, and the sun's out. It's fantastic. I know this is not my original route. This is my FWA, so it's my Fowel Weather Alternative route. So I had to make a decision there and then. So this is the decision, and we'll still be going to the same Bothy instead of going over the hills and doing some of the Munros. But this is equally as great with the scenery. Fantastic. Love it. Let's get some lunch. So here we are, still walking up through the absolutely magnificent Balmoral Estate. It's stunning, absolutely beautiful. I've been stopping a few times for a chat with other TGO challengers and also to get my breath back and have some water. It's very hot, total change from this morning, and I'm not worrying about that I didn't get to do my Monroe or the other bits, because that's the way things work out. But this is absolutely beautiful walk as well. Absolutely gorgeous. So just taking a little breather here. I've come up over the crest of that big road that I was coming up and just peeked over, joined this little path, and look at this expanse of moor. There's literally hundreds of square miles here. It's huge. And I haven't passed a house for God knows how many miles. What a day. There's even snow in the hills there, just a patch. What a beautiful place. So I don't think anybody's come this path from the TGO. I think they've all went the other path to the left, away up another glen. So I'm just left to go this one alone as far as I know. But just a breather, and then we'll head away. Wow, this place is absolutely stunning. When I told people I was coming through this way, nobody ever mentioned anything to do with the amount of pools, waterfalls, the views. This is unbelievable. What a place. This is absolutely one of the best places I've walked through. Absolutely beautiful. I don't even know what to say. This place actually feels like a different world. Just entering this wood, this feels very magical, very just in complete nature's hands. It's absolutely beautiful. There is a bothy here somewhere, as well as a house, a rather famous house. Let's see if I can find this bothy. Okay folks, that's me here at Glas, Allt, Shield. This is the little bothy, and in front of it is a pretty well known house. It's absolutely stunning. You've seen the location where it was, everything's here. This of course is the home or the retreat for the royal family. It's absolutely beautiful. A nice little retreat in the middle of a wood. This loch is fantastic. The big waterfall at the back of us there as well was amazing. You can probably see why they have this as a total retreat. It's just fantastic. Obviously it's all shut up just now and not been in use for a while, but what a beautiful building. It's fantastic. So I've got my tent drying on the grass there with because it got soaked obviously with it not being able to dry this morning with the mist and dew and everything on the grass. But I'm round the back at the bothy. There's another couple of guys that we know from the TGO. A nice little place for tonight, which is great. Plenty of fresh water pouring into that loch, and it's amazing. I really need to get a cup of tea because my feet are killing me and I need to put them up, get my boots off and stop. But this is just, what a beautiful setting. And it's, what's nice is knowing that just probably the whole royal family have been mingling in this garden setting. Well, it's just quite a mind-blowing thing, isn't it? If you're into that. Anyway, let's get my feet off. put them up. They're aching and sore. So that's me fed and watered. Tent's away, dried out a little bit better than it was. Folded it away and got it in. Bothy's lovely. It's just basic actually, but it's nice and cosy. Just looking back in history, you can probably see not so long ago that this would have been a well used house. And probably if you find photographs that they'd be having barbecues and gatherings and kids playing, there's royal children in this area, which is quite weird that I'm walking where they were, if you know what I mean, that kind of thing. It's just such a lovely house. You can see in it being a very, very family orientated place when there's total privacy for how popular they were or are. It's just definitely a well hidden retreat for the royal family. I think this is earmarked as the Queen's favourite place to come. Or was the Queen's favourite place, I should say. And yeah, you can obviously see why when you've got these views and this loch out your window. Absolutely amazing. It's just so nice. Quite privileged still that we can come here and actually stay in that Bothy, because they could potentially stop it. And obviously if it's full, it doesn't hold a lot of people, but if it's full, you could potentially camp in the gardens. It's lovely. Anyway, I need a cup of tea, or I think a hot chocolate I've got, so we'll go and have one of them. Okay folks, I've just been sorting my rucksack and having another couple of coffees and drinking chocolate and a couple of snacks just to tick me over, sorting my bed, and thought I'd just come out to say my last words for tonight. It's been a really hot day again. It's been quite a long day, and but it has been enjoyable to get here and see this building and just see the surrounding area, and honestly see the waterfall up the top there, which I was blown away with. Fantastic. So tomorrow's a 15-mile day into Glen Clova, so I need my bed, I need rest, so I will say I shall see you in the morning. Night for now. Good morning, everyone. I don't really think I need to explain much about my morning here and what I think about it. It's one of the most perfect mornings I've had on this trip, and every day has been totally different in what I see and what I hear. I didn't sleep brilliant, but I did sleep not too bad. Fire gave a bit of heat last night because it tends to cool down during the night in that with that stone building. But that's all forgotten about, that you didn't sleep well, because when you wake up in the morning and you come out to this, I can't even describe how I'm feeling, because it just puts you in so much of an awe. Just fantastic. So I've had my breakfast, I've been washed. I'm just finishing packing my rucksack at the moment. Having a chat with the guys and what we're doing and just about life in general. And then we'll be all heading on our ways. So not that you can see, but if you can see just across the other side of the water there's a sort of line. It's basically a path, and it goes along and it goes up onto the top behind the trees there. I'm going to be going over that way, hitting a path, and then going along down into Glen Clova. I'll pass the Glen Clova hotel, and then I'll go a wee bit further along, and then head up to the left into the hills, and there's a loch up there. I think there's possibly a Bothy, but it's an estate Bothy, so it's going to be a bit of a hit or a miss if it's open or not. But that's the plan, that's the kind of way that we're going. I technically don't even want to leave here looking at this, and I'm still kind of in a bit of a trance that I'm thinking I'm walking in this area where many royals, past and present, have been standing and having cups of tea, and the kids have been playing. It's actually quite fascinating to think that. because that's not our average thing, is it? So it is still quite fascinating to have that little thought. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning, the sun's up, it's drying, or it is dry, and we won't be long until we're on our go. And we'll be heading away shortly. So I'll get back shortly when we're heading off. Okay, so that's us all sorted. Bothy's all cleaned, the guys are just about to leave as well, and this is me heading away from this beautiful little bit, and through the woodland we go. This is day 12. This is one heck of a climb. I'm actually soaking with sweat. Small paces, slow. Actually, this is actually brutal. What a view. What a view. Oh, goodness sake. Let's go. Well, that's us at the top, more or less. It's just a case of winding my way across the moor and trying to connect with the path on my map. But what a view you get from up here. This is absolutely beautiful. So that is Loch and the wee place I stayed at last night, the wee Bothy in the wood there, is called Glas, allt, Shiel. Beautiful place. The country residence, or retreat I should say, for the royal family. Bit disused now, but I'm quite sure it'll get back up and running. No wonder they wanted to live there or hide there. Beautiful. So we just had a wee break back there. Had some pasta. Lemon and ginger tea just went down absolutely amazing. For some reason I'm maybe hooked on that. Yeah, feeling good, refreshed. The boots were off. Feet they are tender. But I think the key is now is to let them breathe a lot more. When I stop, just take the boots off. And what a beautiful glen this is. I think that's the river South Esk. And my next stop would be Glen Clova, which is just not far, a couple of kilometres down the road there. And I'll go and stop at the Glen Clova Hotel for a refreshing drink. And then I don't think it's far from when further down the road when I turn off to go up to this loch where my camping spot is. But we'll see. So I've just popped into the Glen Clova Hotel for a sandwich and a couple of drinks of juice and things just to rehydrate. Back on the road and going a couple of kilometres further on, I'm going to take a left into the hills. So I'm supposed to camp at Loch Wharral, I think it is, Loch Wharral. They said there is a bothy there, but it's an estate bothy, so I think it's going to be closed. Not that that's the problem. I was just going to camp further up at the loch, and we'll see what it's like. But it was a good stop in the hotel there. Really needed. Got the feet up and had a break, and back on the road, feeling okay. They are a bit achy, but this is day 12 of walking. No wonder they're aching. Anyway, we're all good. We're not really technically that far. Maybe another couple of hours or something. It's time we're up at the loch. It's not really fast moving on the road here, but anyway. Lovely countryside, lovely views, and it's actually quite peaceful, so enjoying it. So we'll see what's further on. So that's me on my way up to Loch Wharral. There's a bit of the sign on the door there, on the gate, telling you if you're a genuine Bothy user to contact a number at the estate office, and I presume you can get access to it somehow. Somebody will have a key somewhere. But at the end of the day, I'm here. It's giving you safety notices, it's giving you wildlife, deer stalking information and all that. Big road away up in the middle there. I'm going to be taking that one. And there's a fishing, the loch's a fishing permit only. Not that I'm fishing anyway, but if you ever were. And yeah, it gives me probably some great views. So we'll see what it's like. See what time we're on when I get there, and if I want to stop there or just go and pitch the tent further up or somewhere else. But at the end of the day, it's a lovely day, lovely evening. We're all good. And I can see my spot. So let's go.
It's pushing on, this is the back 8 o'clock now, and I'm really hungry. I've had a long day. I've had a 14-mile hike today, up and down, in the heat, and I am really hungry. So on the menu tonight is one that I haven't tried before. So this is Summit to Eat, and this is chicken fried rice. Sounds amazing. I'm really looking forward to this. So, if you haven't ever used any of these meals before, I reached out to Base Camp Foods. They have a huge selection of freeze-dried meals and all the bits and pieces, all the different kinds of foods you can think of for camping and expeditions and all that, adventures. So go onto them, check out Base Camp Foods and look at their website and you'll see exactly what you require. Too many to mention. But anyway, chicken fried rice, this is on the menu for me. I would say I did have, one wee issue I did have was the instructions on the back. My eyesight is not great and I do use glasses, and I still toiled to read some of these instructions on the back. So what I did do was I got my phone and I highlighted, zoomed in a little bit to see. So if anything, the instructions are GB for Great Britain. The UK is the top one. It is 350 mils of boiling water. You tear the top off, open it up, take the little sachet out and pour the hot water in, and then you seal it back up. Pretty straightforward and pretty simple. And you leave that one for 8 minutes. So what I'll do is I've got 350 mils of water in here already. I'm going to boil it and I'll get back to you pouring it in here. There we go. One thing I would say is that sometimes when I like a coffee, I don't really bring the water to the boil. I just, when I know that it's going to be hot, and then I pour it into my coffee. But on these foods, definitely worth boiling water till it's bubbling. Big tip. Okay, all you need to do with this, there is a perforated edge there, a wee nick. If that pull off, that goes in a bin. Prise that apart. There's the wee sachet, dispose of. Now that's actually quite a big meal. Oh, that looks pretty good actually to me. So the meal is actually up to here. If you just puff away the corners so that it's being able to sit, and pour. There we go. Great. Get hold of your long spoon and just give it a stir and a mix. That looks actually pretty cool. I do like the look of that actually. We'll give it a wee stir just to make sure it's all mixed. There we go. And then we reseal it. There we go. Pretty straightforward. There is 603 calories in this meal. So if you're just kind of writing these off, it is a good substantial meal with good calories compared to your normal everyday foods that people normally do bring. So if you are looking for high calorie foods, these are well worth looking at or looking into anyway. Variety of flavours and tastes of your own choices. And so I'm going to put this down and leave it for 8 minutes. And then we've got a Chinese. Chicken fried rice. That sounds brilliant. See you in 8 minutes. Right, there we go. That's been a good 8 minutes and it's absolutely roasting. So if you're on a cold night, definitely watch yourself, but you could hold on to this pretty well. Keep you warm. So, moment of truth. So normally when you just shows you it's got a good seal on it. Give it a good stir. That actually looks great. So in there it's got sweet corn rice, chicken. See it in there? I don't know if is that peppers or tomatoes or something. Peppers. It smells great. Oh yeah, I like that. Who thought you could have a Chinese up a hill? Up a mountain? Oh yeah. That's a meal I do actually like. I have to say I would recommend this one. I do like it. Oh, I need to give you a picture. The chicken fried rice. There actually is quite a, I mean there's this quite a substantial meal when it's, when the packet's wide open there. 600 calories and that'll boost you energy. Well, I'm enjoying this too much now. Right, I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. I do like it. I think they're simple to use, simple instructions, ready in 8 minutes, and that can allow you to make a cup of tea or a coffee or get some stuff ready, whatever you need to do, and then your meal's ready. I really do like that. I think it's because it's got the vegetables in it. It's actually making it, bringing normality back. Anyway, this is going to take me a while to eat. So yes, as I said, thumbs up to me. Thumbs up to this food. I recommend it. I really do like it. If you want to know more about them, check out Base Camp Foods, and their website will tell you exactly what's in them, the amount of calories, and all the info you need. So, big shout out to Base Camp Foods. Thanks very much. And yeah, again, huge thumbs up.
Okay everyone, so I've been fed, watered, and I've tidied up a little bit, sorted my maps, and just been sorting my feet as well. Give them a wipe down with a wet wipe and put powder on them, and I'll sort new blisters and new plaster stuff out in the morning. I'll just let them breathe tonight. I'm just going to call it a night. The mist's coming in just a little bit. I can't really see anything in front of me, and I think it's cooling down very quickly now, so it's going to be a cold night. I've got another long sleeve top to put on top of this and keep warm. So it just leaves me to say I've had a great day. It's been a long and exhausting day. Very hot, but it was really good to stop in the Glen Clova hotel for a spot to eat and drink, and glad I've got this little pitch, so we'll just need to see what tomorrow brings. Anyway, I shall leave it here and say good night. See you in the morning.